guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about thredUP. This video has been a long time in the making. I think I started this over the summer because I wanted to show you guys the whole process of sending clothes to thredUP and how all of that works, how much money you get from sending clothes to thredUP, and then what you can buy with that credit that they give you. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys how much money I got from thredUP for sending clothes in and what the payout was for some of the items, and just giving you some insight on what to expect about the whole process of sending clothes to thredUP and if I think it is worth it or not. I also used the credit that I got from the clothes to purchase some things, but if you guys are just here for seeing the clothes that I got in the haul portion, I will leave a timestamp down below in the description box. You guys can just skip to that portion of the video if you don't care about all this other stuff and you just want to see what clothes I got. So I just wanted to say before we get started on the rest of this video that no matter what I say about the payout portion of sending clothes to thredUP, I just wanted to mention that I do really support thredUP and really like what they're doing with the whole fashion industry. If you guys don't know, the fashion industry has one of the largest carbon footprints out of all of the industries, which obviously has a huge impact on climate change and all that sort of environmental stuff. So I just wanted to read you this quick little note that the co-founder and CEO of thredUP sent with this package, and I'm assuming this gets, everyone gets sent this whenever you order something from thredUP. But it says, "Hi there, thank you for choosing Used and helping to make the world a cleaner, greener place for all of us to enjoy. Fashion is one of the most polluting industries in the world, right up there with oil, and one of the things we can do is consume less and reuse more. This year, we're making a campaign to bring thredUP to homes everywhere, and I'd like to ask you for your help in spreading the word. I know every company probably asks you to do that, but here's why your help really matters. More people wearing secondhand means less waste. If everyone in the US bought just one used item instead of new this year, it would save nearly 6 billion pounds of carbon emissions, the equivalent of taking 500,000 cars off the road for an entire year. We have the ability to make a huge positive impact by collectively making one small switch. I want to build a business that thrives on doing the right thing by our customers, our employees, and our planet. I hope you'll join me in spreading the word and telling our story. There are so many easy ways to do it." So I thought that was pretty insightful and cool for them to go into the statistics and comparisons of the whole carbon emission thing. So just a little tidbit, and I just really love what thredUP stands for. I think that it is a super cool site, and just the concept of it is really cool. An online thrift store is super neat, especially because thrift stores are kind of icky. They smell a little weird and just not for everyone. So I think this is a super easy way to shop used, and you know that everything on there is going to be high quality because they screen all of the items before they put them on their website, and you can even read on their website on each item the little description of it and the item's condition and all of that, and if it has tags on it still. It's super cool. Their website is really, really cool. I'll link it down below if you want to check it out. But let's just go ahead and get started into my experience of sending clothes to thredUP. So this is actually the second time that I have sent clothes into thredUP. Usually in the summer I clean out my closet and just throw out things that I haven't worn throughout the year. So that's what I did this past summer, and I ended up getting rid of 114 items of clothing, and some of them were accessories to hats and purses and things like that. So it's really cool that thredUP accepts those things as well. But anyways, I got rid of 114 items and sent them all to thredUP. I will insert a clip here of the bags. So there's a few options for the bags that you can send into thredUP. So the option that I always choose is the free option. So basically they send you however many bags that you think you need, and it's free shipping. You don't have to pay for it. It comes with a shipping label and everything already, so you can just take it to the UPS store or a post office or something for them to deliver it, or leave it on your doorstep if you want to do that. I never really do that because I don't I'd rather take it there to make sure that it's actually getting sent out and someone's not just taking it off my doorstep. And then once you send all of the clothes in, if there's stuff that they're not going to accept, they will just go ahead and donate that. So it kind of takes that out of the picture for you. You don't have to run it to Goodwill or Salvation Army or any of those donation places. So they will just do that for you, which is really nice. The other options though, you can choose to pay a little bit, and the clothes that they don't accept, they'll just send back to you. So if you don't want to donate the clothing items and you just want them back in your possession, you can choose that option. And I think there's another option too, but I can't remember what it is. But I would always suggest just going for the free option anyways, because if they don't want it, then you know it's going to be going to a good cause because they donate all of the items anyways, and why would you want them back if you're getting rid of them in the first place? So that's why I always go with the free option, but I think it is really, really cool, and the bags are super cute. They have like little polka dot pattern on them. After you order the bags to send your stuff into thredUP, it does take a really long time in my 2 experiences to actually get the bags. I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks until I actually received my bags to send the stuff into thredUP. So if you do order bags from thredUP to send stuff in, just recognize that I think it naturally does take a long time to actually get those clean out bags to your house or your apartment, whatever. So don't be alarmed by that, because it's happened, I think, both of the times that I have ordered bags from them. But eventually you get them, and then you can go ahead and send your items into them. The bags are really nice. They come with like a little seal already on them, super easy to use and put everything into, and they're pretty sturdy too, so you don't have to worry about that. So after I sent all of my items into thredUP, there is quite a long waiting period until you find out what items they accepted and like how much they listed them for. The thredUP app is really cool, and if you are going to send items into thredUP, or if you are just looking to buy from thredUP in general, I would definitely recommend using the app. You can personalize it completely with like your sizes, just search for stuff, but I'll get into that whenever we talk about my experience buying from thredUP. But it's super cool for selling too. So on the your account page on the thredUP website and the app, I just think the app's easier to use. So on the app, there's a little portion that says selling, and on there will be all of the bags that you sent in and all of the items that they are accepting and how much they listed them for. I will pop a picture up here on the screen of what that looks like. So I would say it's at least a month in between sending the clothes in and actually finding out what items they're accepting and how much they are listing them for on their website. But once that does happen, it's super easy to use and really easy to like understand everything and the whole process. There's just a lot of waiting in general with this whole experience of sending stuff into thredUP to sell, but it is kind of worth it in the end, at least I think. So after everything is sent in and posted on their website, you can see all the prices of what everything is listed for, and it will update and tell you what items are sold and if they're in someone's cart and how many people liked that item. And then once the item sells, it will notify you and put the credit automatically in your account for thredUP. So that's really nice that it does it automatically. And again, there is another little bit of waiting period in between when the item sells and once you get the money for it, but it isn't too bad. I think the whole process is really exciting. I would like check my thredUP every morning to see what items have sold. It's just really fun and exciting, I think, at least. So anyways, out of the 114 items that I sent in, I would say between like 30 to 40 were actually accepted by thredUP, which is a pretty low percentage if you think about it. Obviously, the items that I sent in weren't necessarily like the trendiest of items. Like, it's not like I was sending in clothes that I had just bought like a few months ago to thredUP, so I understand that they really just have to cater to what is in style right now and what their customers are actually going to buy. But it's not like anything that I sent in was like bad quality or anything. I still think that everything was wearable and everything someone might have liked, you know? So 30 to 40 accepted out of the 114 items that I sent in. I was a little disappointed in that. I thought that I was going to have a little bit more accepted by thredUP, but it's fine. The rest of it was donated. I like obviously wasn't that mad about it. I was going to get rid of everything anyways, but at least out of the 30 to 40 items, I knew that I was going to be getting some money back that I could use to like purchase other things on thredUP's website. So that was something that I was pretty excited about. So it like didn't really matter to me that only 30 to 40 items were accepted, and I knew that the rest of them that they didn't want were going to like a good place and we're probably going to have a good home if they donated them. So I think that that's kind of like the caveat with thredUP. You might be disappointed with how much thredUP actually accepts, because I think that they are very particular with the things that they want to accept. I know jeans are a really hot commodity and they usually accept a lot of like denim items. Like if you have nice jeans that you don't wear anymore and you want to send them in, they usually pay out a little bit more than just like tops and stuff like that. Also, same thing with like jeans, shorts, and like different things like that. Jackets are usually really good. They accept most of them. I think like shirts are the most variable out of everything that you can send in. So out of the 114 items that I sent in, I didn't have too many jeans left to send in, or jeans, shorts, and stuff like that. So I wasn't expecting as many to get accepted because it was mostly like tops and bathing suits that I hadn't really worn. So 30 to 40 was pretty reasonable, I think, for what items that I did send in, but I would have liked to have seen it be more, obviously. But then out of the 30 to 40 items, I can't remember the exact number, I think it was like 36 or something like that, but out of all of those items that they accepted, only 17 of them sold. Now, when items are selling on thredUP out of the stuff that you sent to them, most of the time it has like 90 days on thredUP's website to sell, and then if not, they pull it off of their website. At least I hope they pull it off of their website and they aren't just like keeping your clothes without like giving you the payout for them. But they say that they like take it off their website, and you can either request to have that item sent back to you if you want it, or they probably just donate it again. I'm not entirely sure what happens with that, but I think those are the two options. I never request to have anything sent back to me because I like don't really need it anymore. Like I've been without it for several months and I sent it to them in the first place to get rid of. So why would I want it back? So there is usually a 90-day like selling period, and that is kind of where they get you at, because a lot of the items do sell either really fast or like not at all. Unless people are searching for like specific things on thredUP's website and your item happens to be one of those things, I think their products are organized in order of like newest arrivals to the items that have been on the website the longest on their website. So kind of once your item isn't in one of those new arrivals anymore, then I feel like it's harder for them to sell because people aren't scrolling like all the way to the bottom of the thousands and thousands of items that are on thredUP's website and buying yours. So I think that's part of the like reason why only 17 of my items sold out of the 36 or whatever it was that thredUP accepted. Okay, so getting into the payout portion, if you're actually looking to make money off of like the items that you're sending into thredUP, it's probably not the best way to go, because the percentage that you actually get back from your item selling is not really that much. There's a little bit of variability between items. Like I said, I think you get paid out a little more for like jeans and higher quality items like that than if you're just sending in like tops and stuff like that. Now, if you send in like a $300 sweater that you're not wearing anymore, obviously the payout is going to be a little bit more, but still like not too much. I think the most that I've ever gotten paid out for an item on thredUP is maybe like $3, and that was because it was like a pair of jeans or a purse or something that they listed for a little bit more. But on average, I would say that like $1 is the average payout for the items that you sell to thredUP, so not the best. So for the 17 items of mine that sold on thredUP's website, I got paid out, drum roll please, $17.78. So yeah, that is not as much as I was hoping for. So when I saw that I had a little less than 40 items for sale on thredUP's website, I was like, oh cool, like maybe I'll get upwards of like $50, maybe closer to $100, since I did have a few like purses and things like that that were listed for a little bit more this time. But once my items had been sitting on their website for a few months, I think it was like 3 months that they were on there, towards the end of it I was like, this isn't looking so good. So I ended up getting $17.78 out of the 3 bags. I had one that did fairly well. I think that there was like 9 or 10 items in that one that sold, but one of the bags I only had 2 items sold and the other one was like 5 maybe. So yeah, it's not the best. Again, I didn't send in like the most expensive, like most high quality, most trendy items like on the market right now, because I was getting rid of clothes that I had had for a while and not been wearing. So obviously things were like kind of a little bit dated, but like not anything that people wouldn't wear anymore. So I was a little bit disappointed to see that only 17 items had sold, but obviously that's not thredUP's fault. It's like, not that it's anyone's fault, but it's more so like the consumer's fault because people aren't buying your things than thredUP's fault because it just gets posted on their website, and then you kind of just have to wait and see if someone ends up buying it. Yeah, that is my whole experience sending into thredUP and how much money I got paid out. Now, with the credit that you get from thredUP, you can either save it and use it to buy items on thredUP's website, and if you do that, you will be able to use the full amount that thredUP has credited you for your items selling. But there's also other options where you can get it through like PayPal and just get like cash back for it, but it is a smaller percentage of your credit that you actually get paid out for. So I think personally, especially if you're going to use the money that you get from thredUP to buy new clothes, I think that it is way better, obviously, for the environment to just save the credit that you have on thredUP and wait and see if you find something on their website that you want to buy with, because buying secondhand, as we saw with that letter, is so much better than buying new clothes off like the market. So that's what I did. I love looking on thredUP's website, and that brings us to everything that I got from thredUP with this money. I will say that I did have a coupon code whenever I ordered this stuff. I think it was like 20% off or something, and I didn't have to pay for shipping at the time, but I also had credit from previously when I sent stuff in, so I used all of the credit, the $17 or whatever that I had this time, to buy this stuff from thredUP, and I also had like maybe $20 or something before that to put towards this order too. So I think I ended up only paying like $1 something for these items. So this is the really cute little box that it comes in. I also got a little bag too because my items shipped separately since they do ship from different locations. The bag is pretty cute. Let me find it. Sorry, it's like ripped in half. This is the bag that it's in. It's kind of similar to the bags that they, like the clean out bags that they send you whenever you want to send items in. So I will say that I could spend hours and hours and hours and hours on thredUP's website because they have so many pieces on there, like thousands and thousands of pieces on their website because they just get sent in so much stuff. And I think like the reason why I can be on it for so long is because, you know, like with a regular store, you can just go search tops and it might be like 6 pages long or something like that, depending on what store that you're shopping from, and eventually you reach the end and you're like, okay, these are all of my options that I have to choose from to buy. But with thredUP, everything is like unique and different. I mean, obviously there's a few pieces that are on there a few times if multiple people send them in, but for the most part, everything is unique because it's a thrift store online. People just send in their clothes and you have no idea what's gonna come next or what is like on there that you haven't seen yet. So it just, like, it took me a really long time to pick out what I wanted, and eventually I was just like, okay, like I can send more stuff in or I could buy other things from thredUP with my own money. I don't have to like wait for the perfect thing to get on their website because there's tons of stuff that I liked, and I was just like not ready to commit because of that whole factor that everything is just unique, and you're gonna probably see new stuff every single day pop up on their website, and you're never gonna reach the end unless you like have a really specific search. But if you just do it by like sweaters, which was basically what I was really shopping for, there's like millions of sweaters on the website, so there's absolutely no way that you could see all of them. Okay, enough rambling. I'm just gonna show you what I got. So first, I got these pair of jeans. I also will insert little clips, like try-on clips of them. I am actually gonna wear these later today with this outfit. I have on leggings right now, but I'm gonna put these on after this video. But these are from Levi's. I think these pants were definitely under $20. I want to say they were like 13 or something like that after the 20% off, but these are from Levi's and they have, you know, the cute Levi detail on the pocket, but they are a 27 waist. I'm usually a 26, so these are a little bit big in the waist, but like nothing too bad, and they are super stretchy. I really don't have, believe it or not, any pairs of black jeans that don't have any rips in them or anything, so I was really excited to find these on there because obviously Levi's are really good quality, and I just really thought that they were cute, and the bottom just has this really cute raw hem on it, so I think that is a really cute detail too. I love when my pants have raw hems on them, but these ones are super stretchy, which I wasn't really expecting, because when I think of Levi's, I think of that like traditional like stiff thick denim, but these ones are really stretchy, and they are pretty high-waisted too. On thredUP's website, I was a little worried because in the like measurements of the jeans, it'll give you like the length, the waist, the inseam, whatnot, but in their description of it, they said that it was a mid-rise waist, and when I think of mid-rise waist, I think of like American Eagle's like jegging waist that's just like a little bit below the belly button, because they do have like super high rise, highest rise, just regular high rise, and then like the jegging, low rise. So I think of mid-rise as not being high rise, but these ones are actually basically high rise. So that's another thing when you're looking on thredUP's website, it'll usually either say like super low rise, high rise, or mid rise. So I think depending on like what the picture looks like, you might be able to tell if it's like more of a high rise than a mid rise, but I don't think they classify it as high rise unless it's like super high rise, you know? So since I do prefer high rise jeggings, I was a little bit worried about the whole mid rise thing, but just from looking on the picture, I thought that the inseam looked pretty good and that it wasn't going to be like too low on me. So that's item number one. Next up, I got this sweater that is from H&M. A lot of the sweaters on thredUP's website are from H&M. Well, not like a lot of them, but you can find a lot of H&M sweaters on thredUP's website, just because I feel like so many people have them and so many people like send them in, because because H&M sweaters aren't like necessarily the most expensive or high quality, so I feel like people aren't opposed to like getting rid of them and just buying new sweaters from H&M, but you can really find a ton of H&M sweaters on thredUP's website, and this one is like this reddish orange color. I am gonna say though, I'm not like upset, but it did look a little bit more red on the website, because I like really just wanted a red sweater because I don't really have any cute ones, and I do already have a sweater that is kind of this like orangey red color that is basically almost like the same thing as this, with the like balloon sleeves, and the other one that I have is a little bit more of like a turtleneck than this one. This one is kind of just like a mock neck, but I mean obviously I will still wear this because I think it is super cute, and it's a little bit more red than the other one that I have, but I was expecting it to be a lot more red, you know? But it is just this kind of like thicker sweater for H&M. I think this is like older and not like super new, because I think H&M has maybe like a different type of tag now. But I think this is super good quality. There's nothing really wrong with it. I mean, obviously it is a little bit fuzzball-y and like kind of like pre-pilling. I think that's what they classify it as, but you could honestly just take one of those like sweater like combs. My mom actually got me like something to take all of these fuzzballs off of sweaters and stuff for my birthday, so it is an easy fix. There's no holes or anything, just again, this fuzziness. But you know, you aren't expecting like a brand new sweater, so I don't really have a problem with it. So I think this is super cute, and this one was under $10, maybe like $7, I want to say. I don't know if I'm getting these numbers right, I'm kind of just making them up off the top of my head, but I want to say this one was pretty cheap, under $10 if I can remember correctly. And lastly, this is probably my favorite item that I got from thredUP. So this is this Topshop sweater. This is actually my first thing that I've ever got from Topshop. I've been in like Topshop stores before and their website, but I've never like bought anything before. But this one is so cute, and I'm so happy that I got it. This and the jeans were both like in someone else's cart on thredUP whenever I found them, and I'm like, please don't buy them because I want them so badly. So I had an alert set, which is really nice too about thredUP. You can set alerts for when something becomes available again, when it like leaves the person's cart. I should add to that items are only in your cart for like 24 hours at most, depending on what the item is, so you have to kind of act fast. You can, like, once something expires out of your cart, you can go ahead and add it right back again, but it's just something to keep in mind. If it's gonna like expire overnight or something, then you're most likely going to lose it and someone else is gonna have it in their cart, especially with like really popular items. So you kind of have to act fast, which is another reason why it's like so hard to pick something from thredUP because you want all this stuff and then it ends up being in other people's carts and then it's like in your cart and then you lose it, like, because you're still looking for stuff on their website because they have so many things. So it's kind of a vicious cycle. But anyways, this is a sweater that I got from thredUP. It's just this really, really cute, like, reddish orange and purple knit, and this is like really heavy. Like, this is gonna weigh me down. This is a hefty sweater. It's thick and it's gonna be super warm. It has like this really cute like detail on the sleeve of like a different like knit pattern up there at the top, kind of like chevron almost, I want to say. It is a little bit longer. I will insert the clip again so you can see it on, but I'm really, really excited to wear this, and it has this roll down neck, so it's like kind of higher up and super, super cute. I think it'll look really cute with like a fun makeup look and like my hair up in a ponytail or a bun or something. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyways, I really, really like this sweater. It's probably honestly one of my favorite sweaters that I have in my collection, and this one looks like basically brand new. I mean, there is a little bit of like fuzziness, as you can see. I think that's just like the nature of this yarn, that it is a little bit fuzzy, but again, you could go over it with one of those sweater combs or brushes or something and clean it up a little bit. But I think that this is so, so cute, and you can find a ton of Topshop stuff on the thredUP website. Again, I usually filter it for like Zara, Topshop, H&M, Madewell, all those sort of brands are on thredUP, and that's another cool thing about shopping on there is you can filter it by your size, the brands that you're looking for, the style of items that you're looking for, all kinds of different stuff, like the condition is in. If you only want to buy stuff that people haven't worn before that still have tags on it, you can filter it by that too. So it's really, really personalized and super fun to shop on it. Tons of items, as I've mentioned tons of times in this video. But yeah, I really love this sweater. Can't wait to wear it. And I think this one was like $17 and then the 20% off of it with the coupon code. And thredUP usually has some sort of deal going on where it's like 20% off, or if it's your first time ordering, I think you get 20% off as well. So yeah, you can always find deals on there. Not like you really need deals anyways, because everything is like already so discounted on there because it is like thrift store kind of style. If you are looking though for like vintage stuff, like if you go thrifting for vintage things in store, you're not going to find anything vintage on thredUP's website. Most of it is all like kind of current fashion sort of things, so just something to keep in mind. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I've been so excited to film this video for you all. I love thredUP. I love what they stand for. I love what they're doing for the environment, and I think it is so fun to shop on their website. It's so exciting to just find those gems that you really love on their website and you're like, oh yeah, I really want that. That's how I was with that Topshop sweater. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you will subscribe before you leave. I post videos 2 times a week, Tuesday and Sunday. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on any of those. And I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye.